Okay, so this is still part of your topic 2 under electrical formulas. So right now naman, uh, the activity for the lecture today will be uh, establishing some definitions in the fundamentals of electricity based on the Philippine Electrical Code, and and then we'll have uh, a calculation for parallel circuits and the series circuits, and then the power lost and the voltage drop. And then we'll be left out with electrical materials, and then yung sa another calculation will be the electrical cost. So the last one naman will be doing a simple calculation of the electrical consumption. Okay? So today, yun nga, we'll establish our electrical definitions, fundamental of electricity, and then the series circuit and the parallel circuit, the voltage drop, and the power loss. Moving on. So these are some of the terms that we already had established from previous lectures. So we'll start with voltage or the EMF. So this is the electrical pressure that causes the electron to move through an electric conductor. It is derived from the name of Alessandro Volta, who discovered that electron flow when two different metals are connected by a wire and then dip into a liquid that conducts electron. So the unit of measurement of electrical pressure is the volt or volts. So voltage level govern the amount of electrical energy that will flow through a wire. A boost in voltage increased current flow, and drop in voltage reduces flow. The next will be the amperage or the inductive flow or DI. It is the standard unit in measuring the strength of an electric current, derived from the name of Andre Ampere. It is measured in unit called the ampere or the A, or frequently called the amp. An ampere is related to the number of electrons flowing through a section of conductor or the wire over a period of time. Another is the wattage or the watt expressed in W. It is the rate of measure of power used or consumed. So it represents the equivalent of heat, volt, and ampere consumed by lighting fixtures, appliances, or motors. This was derived from the name of James Watt. And then we have resistance. It is the friction or opposition to the flow of current by the wire and transformers. The unit used to measure electrical resistance is the ohm or the omega, wherein 1 ohm is the resistance that allow 1 amp to flow when pushed by a pressure of 1 volt. Okay, going back to the Ohm's law. So Ohm's law states that the current through a conductor between 2 points is directly proportional to the voltage across the 2 points, where I is the current, V is the voltage, and R is resistance, and Z for impedance. So R is for DC and impedance for AC, or the alternating current. So Ohms describe that the higher the voltage, the larger the current, and higher the resistance, the lower the current. Ayan. So this is based on what we have described from the previous lecture on the analogy of the pipe. Sabi doon that if there is a higher voltage, kung mas malaki yung wires natin o mas malaki yung pipe natin, so mas maraming kuryenteng pwedeng dumaloy doon. And then vice versa po, if we have higher resistance, so kapag iniipit yung kung merong resistance kay in the circuit electrical wire, there will be the number of the current will be lower. Another fundamentals is the power. It is the rate which work is accomplished, it is work or energy released divided by given time. Okay, the electrical unit of power is in watts. So 1 horsepower is 746, 1 watt is 3.413 BTU per hour, and 1 kilowatt, kilo means 1,000 watts, and 1 megawatt is 1 million watts. Energy is the energy consumption value or amount of work accomplished. Also about energy which has been converted from the electric potential energy. The measure of electrical energy consumption, the rate at which power is being consumed over a specified period of time in hours, result in watt per hour of energy. Ayan. So ito yung ginagamit sa ating mga bill ng kuryente using the kilowatt per hour. Ayan. So I guess ang kilowatt dito sa Urdaneta is parang 14 pesos per kilowatt. Ayan. So those are important terms in the fundamentals of electricity. And then we also had this very important term as well, yung ampacity. So ampacity is the current that an electrical conductor can carry continuously under the condition of use which exceeding its temperature rating. So yung ampacity, actually, it's the resistance of the conductor. No, kasi kapagka mas mataas yung ampacity niya, ibig sabihin mas matagal masunog yung ating mga conductor kasi nga 'di ba kapagka yung mga conductors natin are generating heat lalo kapagka masyadong maraming kuryenteng dumadaloy doon sa ating wire, so it generates heat. Ayan, so meron tayong tinatawag na ampacity, ibig sabihin ito yung kakayahan ng ating mga conductor. Okay, yung kakayahan ng ating conductor to withstand yung heat niya para hindi siya uminit o magkasunog. Okay, ang usual na wires po natin, okay, ang maximum po na nandun sa wire are 3 wires. So kapag mapapansin ninyo pagka bubuksan niyo yung wires natin, you can see there na paminsan may mga laman na 3 o 2 na naka-bind together. Okay, so ang isang wire po natin cannot exceed 4 na naka-bind na conductor. Kasi kapag ginawang 4 po yun, tataas po yung temperature ng wire natin at pwedeng magkaroon ng sunog. So yan yung ampacity. Okay, it's the capacity of our conductor to withstand yung heat niya generated by unang-una is yung taas ng kuryenteng dumadaloy sa kanya, and then the ambient temperature. Ibig sabihin ng ambient temperature is the temperature that is within the environment. Kunyari po, yung wires natin are embedded doon sa ating mga slab or underneath the ceiling natin. So nag-generate din yun ng pagtaas ng temperatura ng ating mga conductors. Okay. Yung conductor ampacity, sabi po dito, are affected based on the following factor. Okay, una is the wire thickness. Pagka mas malaki yung wire natin, the larger cross-sectional area, it can carry more electric current without overheating. Okay, kung mas malaki daw po, it can withstand yung overheating kung mas malaki yung ating mga wires. The next is the type of conductor material. Okay. So dito po actually aluminum and then copper are some of the primary conductors kaya pagka binuksan niyo yung iba pa nga po iniipon yun sa site tapos binabalatan tapos binibenta. Ano pa kasi mataas yung value po nung nandoon na wire dun sa loob, which mainly composed either an aluminum or a copper. So kapag po aluminum po produces more heat than the copper. Okay. Ayun, so yun ang nakaka-apekto din dun sa ampacity rating ng ating mga conductors. Okay, ano ulit yung conductors natin? So, conductors, ibig sabihin po, these are parts of our electrical wiring natin, no? Basic electrical circuit that allows electron to flow. O the other way around, di ba, yung ating mga insulators naman, these are elements that impede the flow of the electron. Yan. So, ang pinag-uusapan natin are the conductors, ibig sabihin, those materials na that can allow electron to move, okay, para magkaroon ng kuryente, like the aluminum and the copper. Okay, another factor that could affect the conductor ampacity is the insulation and the sheeting. Ayan, so depende po yung balot po niyan. It could either produces more heat o kaya mas mapoprotektahan niya yung wires natin inside. And then also the number of conductors bundled in the sheeting or in proximity to one another. Ayan, kapag ka masyadong nalalapit yung ating mga wires during the installation at if there are more than the required amount of wire dun sa isang bundle, sabi ko nga sa inyo, kapag ka according to the NCE, okay, that yung isang wire should not exceed 4 na conductor. Okay, kasi pagka-4 na po yun, iinit na po yun, at pwede pong magkaroon ng sunog. Okay, and then the temperature and exposure of the conductor. Ito yung sinasabi ko kanina sa inyo na ambient temperature. This is the condition of the environment kung saan mo in-install yung ating mga electrical wirings. Either buried or free in air, in attic or in crawl space or so forth. Okay. So nadadagdagan o bumababa yung ampacity rating ng ating mga conductor. Okay. Okay, so ito naman po are type of wires. Okay, so ito napag-aralan na natin during our building tech materials. Ano po yung moisture resistance? Ibig sabihin po yung nandun sa wire niya is TW. TW, that's moisture resistance. Yun. Kapag heat resistant, HH. And then for moisture plus heat is THW. Okay po, ito po yung kanyang ampacity. Ibig sabihin po yung this is the maximum temperature doon sa ating wires. Okay. Sa mga ambient temperature naman, okay, if it is a well-ventilated, so nasa 30 degrees, building with major heat sources of 40 degrees. So makita ninyo ang taas nung natin, no, ang taas nung ampacity ng ating conductor nasa 75 compared dun sa ambient. Kasi nakakalculate po yan. Okay, kahit pa yung like this, the furnace and boiler which is 60 degree na pinakamataas, yung isa po nating type will be the XHHN. Okay, these are cross-link. So makita ninyo 90 degrees yung ampacity niya. Ibig sabihin, kaya niyang i-withstand yung mga ambient temperature niya. Okay po. So very safe yung mga wires natin. Okay, because they're able to withstand the temperature both outside at dun sa mismong conductor natin. Okay? And then here are the ampacities of not more than 3 current carrying conductor in a raceway cable based on the ambient temperature 30 degrees Celsius, 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so makita ninyo the copper and the aluminum, di ba sabi natin kanina, that aluminum has higher, mas mataas yung production ng heat niya compared to the copper. So let's try yung 14, di ba? Sa 14 na 60 degrees na THHN, ayan. So pagka THHN po, THHW, asan yung THHN? Ito, nasa 90 degrees yung THHN. Okay, ang 14 degrees has an ampacity rating of 25 yung sa copper. Whilst yung sa aluminum natin, ayan, walang value let's try the 30, then 12 natin. So 30 sa 90 and then 25 lang doon sa aluminum. So makita ninyo na mas mataas yung yung ampacity rating nung copper. Ibig sabihin, mas kaya niyang i-withstand yung mas mataas na temperatura kasi 30 degrees yung isa naman 25 lang yung kaya nung aluminum. Okay, and so on. Okay, yung AWG, ibig sabihin po yan, American Wire Gauge. Kaya 14 something na ganyan yan. Pero kapag po yung sa dalawa po kasi yan American or yung ano ba yan? Yung sa Europe. Okay, diyan nagkakaiba yung mga gauging yung sizes ng wires natin. Okay po. Ayan. So punta na po tayo sa those are the fundamentals ng ating electricals. And then we'll proceed with the electrical circuits. Yan. So dito naman, we'll have to differentiate what is a parallel circuit versus a series circuit at kung magkakaroon din tayo ng kaunting calculation. And it's very basic lang, so hindi talaga siya mahirap intindihin. So napakadali lang nitong pag-calculate ng parallel circuits and then yung series circuits natin. We just have to memorize lagi on our mind the Ohm's triangle. So remember the Ohm's triangle, di ba? Yung triangle natin, V at the center and then we have I and then R. Kaya kapag pinakita yung electrical circuit natin, pagka wala doon yung hinahanap natin like the current, kung wala yung current natin, so we'll just have to do the calculation based on the Ohm's triangle. So yan, by now sana, naintindihan na natin yung Ohm's triangle because we did some of basic calculation din para sa Ohm's triangle. Yan. So it will be part of your exam as well for the midterm. Okay, so moving on na tayo. So let's start with the electrical circuits. So these are continuous path along with an electric current can flow. The composition of an electric current, there should be a power source, there should be a load or an electrical component or group of component that consumes the electricity. So ito yung ating mga resistance and then a set of conductor that carry. So ito yung ating mga wire. Of course, yung ating power source either a battery perhaps or yung ating service providers. Okay, so as I've told you kanina, there are two fundamental type of electrical circuit. So the first one is series. So series is a single path exists per current flow. That is, elements are arranged in a series in one after the other with no branches. So walang branches lang, dire-diretso lang siya. So whilst ang parallel natin referred to a multiple connection, where the loads are placed across the same voltage consisting a separate circuit. It is a standard arrangement for house wiring wherein the light constitute one parallel grouping and the convenience outlet constitute the second parallel grouping. Ayan. To understand more, okay. So ito yung type ng series circuit natin. So, ibig sabihin po, one line lang po yung kanyang direction ng current niya. Okay, so that's from negative to positive. So, ganyan lang po yung path ng ating circuits. Okay? So, ayan po. So, we have here some formulas for calculating the I total. Okay, so the I total is I1, I2 plus I3. And then, if you are asked to get the total voltage, so pagpaplasin lang po natin yung ating mga voltage. Okay. So, yung I natin, okay, so let's go to the sample here. Okay. So, ang I natin at our I1, so ang I1 natin is 500, ano na ito? Yung UI, microampere. Okay, so ibig sabihin po, microampere, kailangan pa nating i-change into ampere kasi ang unit natin ay ampere. So, naka-microampere po ito. Ibig sabihin po nito is 1 million. Okay. And then itong isa din natin is yung I2 natin is 500 and then yung I3 natin under ito pa no, I3 is 500 micro. So if you are to calculate yung total natin, pag-aadin lang po natin yung tatlo na yan. Okay, and for the voltage naman, since voltage is not given here, okay, so we'll have to calculate the voltage. So how do we get the voltage? Diba? V, tatakpan lang natin yung V natin. So that's I times R, right? From the, remember the Ohm's triangle. Okay, so yan, wala po tayong value ng volts natin. So we'll have to get the value of volts. Okay, dito yung V natin. So V1, kakalculate din natin yung volts natin dito sa R2 and then dito sa R3. And to calculate the V total, that would be V1 plus V2 plus V3. Ayan. And then we also had another formula po, which is the R total. So R total naman, pag-aadin lang po natin yung ating mga resistance. At this point, meron tayong R is 3 kilo ohms. Pero tanggalin na lang natin yung yung kilo doon. Okay? And then, para hindi na tayo mag-change. Ayan. R2 is 10, so R3 is 5. Para i-calculate yung R total natin, so we just add R1, so which is R1 is 3, and then R2 is 10, and then R3 is 5. So, ganun lang. Okay? So, the first one, okay, we were asked to get the I total. Okay, so I total muna ang gagawin natin since this is in microampere. Wait lang. Ayan, since it is in microampere, kailangan muna natin siyang i-change into amps. Yan. So, i-divide lang natin yung 500 na value natin divided by 1 million. 1, 2, ayan. Pag 1 million, so that will be 0.005 ampere. O, baka itanong nyo na naman saan po nanggaling yung 0.005 na ampere dito ng I1. Okay. So, yung I1 natin, pwede ba akong mag-ano dito? Mag-text? Hindi. Okay. Okay, so ito lang po, i-divide lang po natin yung 500 by 1 million, so that will give us 0.005 ampere. So bakit po natin kailangan i-change kasi nasa microampere lang siya. Okay, kailangan po naka-ampere siya kasi yun po yung unit ng ating current. Okay po? And then same goes to the I2, i-divide lang din natin ng 1 million to get the amp. And then yan. So we have 0.035 ampere. So ayan po, may value na po yung I natin, may value din po yung R natin. So tanggalin niyo na lang po yung K dito ha para hindi na tayo mag-change po. Okay, mag-convert. So that's 3 ohms na lang. Okay po. Ayan. So what is left? So we are asked to get the I total muna. So that's 0.005 plus 0.005 ng I2 and then 0.005 of the I3. That will give us 0.005 ampere. Okay, maybe I can get this. I will drag this isa para makita ninyo. Ayan. Ayan, so makita po natin, okay, how did we come up with that? So yung I1 natin, dinivide natin ng 0.005, ayan. To get the I total, pagpaplasin lang po natin yan, and then we can get the I total. And then for the V naman, since V is not in the, wala po doon sa ating given, okay, so we'll have to get that through the triangle. So that's I times R. Okay. So we have here your I is 0.005, I1 natin. So times 3. So saan po nakuha yon? Doon sa resistance niya na 3 ohms. Okay. So ita-times lang po natin to get 0.15. And then for the voltage po in V2 naman along the R2, ayan. So ita-times lang po natin ulit yung na-calculate nating I which is 0.005 times yung resistance niya na 10 to get 0.005. And then for the total voltage naman for V3, so ganun din po, ita-times lang po natin yung nakuha po natin dito, 0.005, times yung value ng resistance natin which is 5. Ayan, to get the V total po, pag-aadin lang po natin, so yun po, V total is equal to 9 volts. And then sa R naman po tayo, since yung R po natin, okay, so since yung R po natin, wait lang din yung makita yung calculation niya. Okay, so yung R po natin dito, meron na siyang value. Okay. Ayan, is yung R naman po. Okay, so yung R po, wait, lumagpas, bumalik, naging series. Ayan, so yung si R1 po, based on our value, so R1 plus R2 plus R3. So i-add lang po natin yung 3 ohms plus 10, so that's 13 plus 5 po. So that will give us the answer, which is ilan? 18 ohms. Ayan, so 18 ohms po for the R total. So ganun lang po kadali yung pag-calculate natin ng series circuit. Okay. And then the next one naman, okay. So, take note ha, yung series circuit natin, isang way lang po yung direction ng current natin. So, one straight way. Whilst yung parallel naman, yung parallel po, merong breaking dito in between. Okay. So, this is a parallel circuit. Okay. So, sa isang parallel circuit po, to get the V total, so kanina, di ba, yung sa series circuit, i-add natin. Sa parallel circuit is V total is equal to V1, V2, and V3. Ayan. So, ibig sabihin po, itong 120 ohms natin, okay, 120 ohms na electricity po is passing through 120 din po na voltage doon sa R1, R2, at then doon sa R3 as well. Okay. So, yung kuryente po ay pare-parehas dito sa side po ng parallel. And then, to get the I total naman, so I total is parehas din nung pag-calculate natin dun sa series. I1 plus I2 plus I3. Okay. And then, ayan, ito yung medyo i-memorize ninyo. To get the R total naman, 1 over 1 R1, then 1 plus 1 R over R2, and then 1 plus R over 3. Ayun. So, therefore, in parallel circuit, the fundamental principle under this type is that the load in parallel circuit are additive for current and that each has the same voltage imposed. Okay po. So, additive, ibig sabihin po yung yung loading po dito, i-add po natin. Okay, and then the voltage K of each is the same. Yung V is equal to V1, V2, and V3. So, pare-parehas yung dumadaloy na kuryente in each of the resistance. Okay po. So, let's try to answer the V total and the I total and the R total in the parallel circuit. So, just you just need to really be careful with the formula, ha? Ititingnan nyo muna whether it is a series or a parallel circuit. Okay? So, ang nagkaiba po, yung sa V total at yung R total, magkaiba po yung calculation natin versus dun sa series and then the parallel. Okay, so let's try to answer. I'll just grab yung itatype ko lang saglit. Ito na pala. Meron na pala tayo dito. Okay, for a series of circuit naman, ay parallel circuit, I mean. Okay, so, since po, ay, wait lang. Ayan po, yung calculation natin. Okay, to get the V total po, yung V natin is equal to I times R, tignan lang natin kung tama yung ating formula. Let's just check whether our formula is correct. So yan, so getting the voltage for each of the resistance natin. So voltage 1 under R1. Okay. So to get the voltage, that's I times R. Okay. So ang I natin, K are given, that is 12. And then we have the 12 is the resistance, and then we have the I na 10 ohms. So ang gagawin lang po, ita-times lang po natin. 12 times the 10 equals 120, and then the I or as well, 120 times 1 is 120, and then 12 times 10 is 120 amps. Okay? So yung V total natin is actually equal doon sa each. Okay, so tama yung ating formula. Okay, to get the I naman, so I total is equal to I1 plus I2 and then the I3. Since it is given na, pagpapasin lang po natin 10 yung ating mga I. Okay, so that's 12 plus 1 plus 10 equals to 23 amps. Okay, paano po nakuha yon? So we have 120 divided by 10 from our triangle, no? 120. Okay, divided by the, pagkukunin yung I, anong gagawin? Yung volts divided by the resistance. Okay, ang resistance natin is in ohms, so that's 120. Okay, and then divided by 10, so you can get 12 amps, and then yung 120 divided by 120 natin na resistance, so that's 1 amp. And then 12 ohms po, 120 divided by 12 is equal to 10 amps. Ayan, so pag paplasin lang po natin yung nakuha po natin based on the Ohm's law, yun na po yung ating I total. I total. Okay po. And then, to get the R naman, okay, ano ba yung tawag doon? Ilalagay lang natin yung ating formula. Okay, so that's 1 divided by 1 R1. So, ang R1 natin ay 10 ohms. Okay, plus 1 over 120. Yung ohms natin dito. Yung resistance natin. Plus resistance 2 na 0.1 divided by 12. Ayun, yung 12 ohms doon. Tapos, pag-aadin lang po natin at i-divide, Ayan, makuha po natin yung total R is 5.212 na ohms po. Okay, so napakadali lang po yung pagkuha ng I total, D total, and the R total. Of course, using the given formula po. Yun lang po. Ilalagay lang po natin yung formula, yung mga value ng formula. Then we can get the answers already. But of course, with the help of the Ohm's triangle pa din. Okay po. So that's our parallel and circuit principles. Okay, for the series circuit po, again, to get the I total, pag-aadin lang po yung lahat ng I natin. Whilst yung parallel natin, no, para makuha is pag-aadin lang din po yung I natin. To get the total, V total for a series circuit, so i-add po siya. While sa parallel naman, while sa parallel circuit, ang mangyayari, V is equal to ano? Kung ano yung V total natin, yung nandito po, pare-parehas po yung voltage niya in a parallel circuit. Yung R natin is R1 plus R2 plus R3 for a series circuit principle. Samantalang po yung R natin for parallel circuit is 1 divided by 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2 plus 1 over R3. Okay? So that's our topic po today. And then we'll continue mamaya ulit. Okay. And then, okay. So the next po, next na formula, electrical formula is determining the power efficiency or the PF. So ito yung sample problem po dito. So we have to determine the power efficiency of an electric circuit na may 12 amp. An electric fan with a power factor of 85%, which is connected to a 240 volts convenience outlet. Now, to get po the power efficiency, ito lang po yung ating gagamitin, the volts times the ampere and then the power factor. So, basing on the given problem, so we have the volts po. So, that's yung 240 volts natin. And then we have the I or yung the 1 in ampere, so that's 12. And the power factor na 85%. Ayan, pag mumultiply po lang po natin, and then we can get the power efficiency of 2,448 watts. Okay po? And then the next one po is determining the voltage drop and the power loss. Okay. So first we will make a definition of these two principles. Okay, conductor resistant to current flow generate not only heat but contribute to voltage drop. So voltage drop describe how the energy supplied by a voltage source is reduced as electric current move through the passive elements that do not supply voltage of an electrical circuit. Okay, whilst the power loss is equal to the component resistance times the I squared. So the power loss in wire is circuit current times voltage drop in wire. Voltage drop in wire, circuit I times the resistance of wire. So that will give us power loss is equal to I squared times R. Ayan, so remember po, power loss is equal to I squared times your R. Okay, so we have here a samples. Ay, bakit sample agad? Nasa 916 po. Okay. Okay, so we have here sample. Okay, so meron tayong itong sample po, 14. Ba't tayo pumunta sa 15? Ayan, so meron po tayo ditong sample problem. Okay po, so I want you to answer the problem and submit them sa next meeting natin. Kaya lang next meeting natin, I'll be out of the country from October 10 to 17. Okay? So, I'll just open a Google Sheet po through our Google Drive. So, gagawin na lang po ako ng Google Drive. And then, please be sure to answer itong ating sample problem here. So, what is asked here is the current flowing in a circuit. O, i-discuss muna natin ito bago tayo bago mag-quiz. Okay, ano muna natin to. Let's just try to answer this sample problem. Okay, and perhaps I could give you another set ng example na lang para malaman natin kung para kabisa natin yung mga principles na pinag-usapan natin kanina. Okay, so let's see the problem. So meron daw tayong battery dito na mayroong rated 12 volts and the total line resistance for both wire segments is 0.04. Ibig sabihin po yung RBC and RDA po pinag-combine niya, so that's 0.04. And the battery internal resistance of 0.01 ohm. Ayan, 0.01 ohm. And then the load resistance na 115 ohms. Okay. So determine the following. So pinapakuha sa atin yung current flowing in the circuit. So ibig sabihin po yung total current natin. Okay, flowing in the circuit. Okay. And then we have the voltage drop in points BC, CD, and DA, and the power loss in point BC, CD, and DA. Okay, so remember to get the voltage drop is equal to I times R. While yung power loss po is I squared times R. So yung voltage drop, tanggalin lang natin yung I squared niya dun sa taas. Okay, that's already the voltage drop. Once the power loss naman, yun pong I squared times R. Saan na ba yun? Ito. Okay. So let's try to answer muna. Okay, for the following current flowing in a circuit, yan. So, yung ating I. So, bago natin makuha yung I, okay, so makita natin dito sa mga resistance niya, wala namang I. Diba? We only had the resistance in ohms, which is 0.02. Okay. At wala din yung V. So, I at V ang wala po dito. Using the ohms formula po, so before we can get the circuit total, so kukunin muna natin yung isa-isa dito, pair resistance. Okay, so that's RBC 0.02. Okay, so let's try. Okay, ayan. So get the current formula muna, I is equal to V over R. Okay, yung V natin, nanggaling dito, 12 volts. Okay. And the for series circuit, okay, kinumpute na niya yung R total niya para because we need to get the I total. So kailangan meron ding value yung R natin. Okay, so to get the R total, pagpaplasin lang po natin yung ating mga resistance. O itatanong nyo na naman saan nakuha yung R1. Ito po, yung R1 natin, okay, the RAB 0.01 plus R ito plus yun. Okay. So that will give us 1.2 ohms. Okay. So 1.2 ohms yung R natin. So since meron na tayong V at meron na tayong R, pwede na nating i-calculate yung I total natin. Okay? To get the I, so that's V over R. Okay, yung volts natin is 12 and then yung na-calculate nating R which is I 1.2. So that gave us 10 amp. Okay po? Okay, so let's go back to the question. So ano pang pakakuha niya? The voltage drop ng BC, CD, and DA. Okay, and then the power loss in BC, CD, and then DA. Okay. To calculate the voltage drop po, So voltage drop in wire is equal to I times R. Okay po. Ngayon, since we already had our current, and then we also had your resistance, which is given. Okay, saglit lang po. Mag-charge lang ako. Ayan po. Lakas ng ulan. Okay po. Balik po tayo. So, voltage drop, that's I times R. So, balikan natin yung ating table para makita nyo kung saan nakuha yung 10 at yung 0.2 doon sa voltage drop in wire BC. So, moving on doon sa ating, ayan. So, sa BC natin, our resistance is 0.02. Okay. So, kapag kukunin po yung, yung voltage drop, so that's 10 times 0.02, ibig sabihin po yung current flowing doon sa times yung resistance natin, so yung 10 amp. Okay. Yung 10 amp po, ayan, ito po yung 10 amp. Doon sa BC, ita-times lang po natin yan. Okay. Doon sa CD naman po, ayan, so 10 amp po, lahat yung dumadaloy na kuryente po dito kasi nandun sa given natin. So 10 natin times yung resistance natin na 115. Okay, doon sa DA naman po, 10 po na I natin and then times po yung R natin which is 0.02. Okay, so yun lang po yung pagkuha ng voltage drop natin. We just have to get the current doon sa resistance na dumadaloy and then we will multiply that with the value of the ohms. So, ganun lang po kadali ang pag-calculate ng voltage drop. Okay, so yung next po natin is the power loss. Okay po, sa power loss naman po, i-squared lang po natin itong current natin. Okay, so that's power loss in BC is equal to I squared times R. Okay, so yung I natin is 10, i-square lang po natin, then we'll times that, we'll multiply that with 0.02. O baka itanong nyo na naman, saan galing po yun? Di po ba ito, 0.2 natin, yung R natin, at yung I na dumadaloy, yung 10 amp po natin. I-square lang po natin ito, times po yung ating resistance. So, same goes to our CD and to our DA. So, ganun lang po kadali ang pag-calculate po ng power loss natin. I squared times R lang po. Ayan. So, isa-isa po yan. Okay, the current flowing doon sa ating CD, 10 times 115. Okay. Sana naman galing if we go back to the ito po yung 115 natin. At yung 10 amp po natin na dumadaloy along this resistance. And then same with our DA po, that's yung I po natin is 10 squared divided by our times our resistance. So, ganun lang po kadali yung ating power loss at yung voltage drop. Okay po, so I'll be dropping a quiz in the Google Class. So, make sure to answer them. Parang pang-practice na rin po natin para sa ating midterm exam. So, I'll be recording another topic po to end the electrical formula. And then we'll have yung mayor at vice mayor natin are asked to present to us yung last topic natin, which are the electrical materials po. So, ayan po. Thank you, everyone. I hope you find time para mag-watch nitong ating lesson. And I'll be recording mamaya lang konti for the last topic po. Thank you po and keep safe po.